This is this old defibrillator that we've standardised across to the Belfast Trust and that we are changing over hopefully tomorrow to in sick children's. So looking at the device initially, how do we turn it on? Well, you can see there's only one way. Go to this dial up and you're going to turn it on. Now, just to make sure that everybody's aware, the machine defaults to adult mode. It will default to AED mode where it will want to analyse and charge up should it need to charge up. We know within paediatrics, we don't tend to use AED mode. Kids come in different shapes and sizes, different weights, so we want to use the machine in manual. So when you turn it on, disregard the initial prompts. What you will see on the left-hand side of the screen, it will say manual mode. There's a soft key underneath that. It's also labelled as well, okay? And we just want you to hit the soft key and that will bring the machine into manual mode. So just to quickly show you that, let's turn the machine on. It's going to power up. Keep a wee eye down here. Left hand side it says manual mode. Ignore what it's saying and hit your soft key. So that's the functions of the machine open, okay, and ready to go. So let's quickly talk about what you see on screen here. So top left hand corner, okay, we can measure end tidal CO2. It is a numeric value only, okay, we don't have any waveforms. This purple bit here is what we call our CPR dashboard. That is going to give me feedback, okay, on how well I'm doing chest compressions in kids over 25 kilos, okay, and I'm going to come back and demonstrate that at the end. Here on the right hand side in the top corner there, it tells me that I'm monitoring through pads. We do have the option of monitoring via your 3 leads. You have 3 lead cable set at the back, okay? So to change your view, this is a bit like my TV remote button. It changes the channel. You're going to go to lead and it gives you the option of viewing through lead 1, lead 2, 3, and then back to pads. So it just goes on a cycle the whole way around. So if you miss it the first time around, just keep going, okay? While we're here, we might as well talk about the remainder of these white keys. Size here, that just changes the amplitude of your complexes, so if you want to increase or decrease that. Alarm suspend button, well, alarms are automatically suspended, okay, but if you want to activate them, it's to hit that key. And then record. So if you hit record, it will give you a printout of what the rhythm is on screen. And if you hit that again, okay, it turns it off, okay. Down here on the left hand side you will see there's a timer. That's from whenever I've turned this device on initially, okay, and then you will see on the middle of the screen it says Defib 200 joules, okay. So again, the machine, as we said at the start, it automatically defaults to cardiac arrest mode because we tend to see that more frequently. So if we have a child, so let's just change that rhythm so we can see that. So in the unlikelihood of having VF, okay, in that child, okay, so we see the rhythm on screen. 200, okay, is not the weight or the energy levels that we want to use. So we're going to say 80 joules is what we need. So if we come to the right hand side to the red buttons here, you've got your energy select up and down. So you're going to bring that down until you can get the energy you need. So you'll notice here I've got 75 or 100. So if it's 80 joules is the requirement, we're going to up that and we're going to go to the 100. Okay. Above your energy select button is your charge button. And when that's fully charged, you will see this button highlighted. That's just a matter of holding that in. Okay. If we have a child who, which is probably I might see a little bit more frequently, that needs synchronized cardioversion. So your sync button is down here on the right hand side. So again, it says sync on or off. Underneath that again is another soft key. So what you want to do is to hit the soft key. So when you see that, you'll see 2 things on screen. You'll see a little arrow marking the OR wave, and it'll also say synchronized, okay, well 100 joules because that's what we used the last time round. So again, if I need to change that, I'll go to my energy select button, okay, a charge and deliver the shock, okay. So let's say we're going to go with, we'll keep it at 100, charge, and deliver the shock. The only thing is just hold the shock button in a little bit longer than you normally would, just like you do with your current machine. And again, the default position with this machine is that sync stays on until you deactivate it. So to deactivate the sync button is just a matter of hitting that button then there as well. If somebody has pressed charge by mistake, not meaning to, just to point out, you have a disarm button at the bottom of the screen, and hit that, and that is your machine disarmed. We also